What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. Let's make our way down.
Be careful out there.
Gonna run on in. Get the boss. Not you. Yeah, play my theme music before I beat your ass.
Hello? I think I've tracked the source of some of our current security problems.
Is it intelligent? Aware? Honestly, we don't want to hurt you.
But it won't save it.
I recommend termination.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all. Just absorbing the various consciousness of everyone that it's gobbled up, I guess. Oh. Like a Monster Hunter fight, bro. It's got a gun on its back.
What's happening to me?
Oh, fuck. Holy shit. Damn. Felt like I was doing really good for a second there. And then it was like, nah, I'm gonna kill you. I bet this would actually be a, I bet the flamethrower would torch this thing. Because it's huge. It's not going to move that much. I gotta maintain that. I gotta keep my, my slow time up. Ooh, fuck. Okay, it's not a gun, it's like a spear. Damn, bro. Where's the...
Lady Samson, you certified break.
Oh, shit. What's weird is my energy gain against this thing feels really low. Like, I wonder if, I mean, this will get me more energy. I don't know, up until now, I felt like I've had, like, a near infinite amount of energy. And I did put on that implant, right? Yeah. So, my energy gain should be outstanding right now. Alright, now that was just a bit fucking cheeky. Let's be honest. That was not necessary, bro. It's like he knew it was there. And he's like, Lamau, this dude's gonna try and grab his shit. I don't even need it. It's 11,000. But it's like a small, persistent heal. I guess I should just leave it on the field. Where's my robot? Are you doing stuff, robot? God damn, he got me with the 1-2 again. Maybe you just like can't pull a lot of energy off this thing? Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the let me try real fast. I just want to try and I just want to use my drone. I feel like my drone isn't doing anything here. Flamethrower, bro. Use your flamethrower and torch this fucker. I don't think my slow time is doing anything. And I don't have anything to target right now. And I seemingly can't hurt it? What the fuck, bro? What is this boss fight? I'm literally, I can't do damage. What? Did it like bug out? Like, is it time-based? Is it like part-based? Like I need to break parts off of it or something? Because I was hitting it. Clearly I was hitting it, but it sure wasn't taking damage. So I'm gonna let this thing give me a shield instead, because the flamethrower, if it is doing the flamethrower, I'm not seeing it at all. Kinda wishing I had upgraded my little flamethrower hands. I feel like forcing it to sit in that would have been nice, but I don't know, man. It's too late for second doubts about the efficacy of the flamethrower. I'd have to go hunt down more of those boxes, and I don't know how many more there are. Okay, so you shoot out 4 little missiles from your back that heat seek and do about 60% of my health. I'm still trying to figure out what happened on that 3rd attempt there, where, like, I just couldn't lock onto anything and he wasn't taking any damage. That seemed very strange. I don't know if I did... So the crystal... Maybe I gotta go over to that thing? Nope. Did not expect the old expansion right there. I might need to... I don't know, though. I was just thinking maybe I should put on more health, but, like, even if I did, this thing's probably gonna one-shot me anyway. Gear is as high as it can be leveled. If I wear a beefier set, I'm gonna lose significant amounts of health, stamina, energy, possibly even like, yeah, I'd say there's no way a better set's gonna help. Even if it's only medium armor, this is... So I'm getting about 200 for that. And only 198 for that. Yeah, so there's no reason to not use the kinetic edge. Let me swap out. I don't think my adrenaline booster is doing anything here. You know, I know y'all don't want to hear me say it after I was just knocking out how terribly designed the final level is, but boss is pretty bad too.
Assistance, Warren.
So we're gonna take you off. Maybe just... Oh no, I can't have you because you're 9. How much are you, 5? We'll put that guy on. More health, and then I might even... Let's take off that and add in more healing, more raw healing. I'll see how that feels. Guess that'll give me 6 heals, and I have more health. Yeah, I think maybe when I had it close to death there, maybe I had to run back to the thing and, like, overcharge it. Yeah, it's got to be something to do with that. Alright, so we're back to that phase where I have nothing I can seemingly hit. Yeah, it is over here. Okay. We overcharge it.
This is a witch.
God's meant to create, not destroy.
Oh god, you hurt. Rogue process offline. Claws of the Gestalt. So I remember there were two things. Let me see. Rogue or claws of the. I think it's either you get those or what's the other weapon he could have dropped? Mimetic Edge, which is a one-hander. So claws were definitely the better option, I think. Not that it matters, because I think that's pretty sure that's it.
Creo's been dark for over 4 days now. Launches are continuing, but we've been unable to reach anyone inside the complex. I need you to take a team there, use drones and bots to do the exploratory work, but I want boots on the ground. I want a hardwire link established so we can view the feed as it happens. And get somebody up to low orbit. Our satellites there are picking up an unidentified particulate dispersal from the latest launch. It's inert so far, but it's completely different from their previous payloads. I want to know what it is.
Mr. Secretary, we're in position. Hardline established. We've sent in drone reconnaissance units as per procedure, but we lost contact with them shortly after insertion. Strike team is moving in now.
What the? Captain? Captain! I want another team in there right now!
Huh. Well, I guess his suit ain't working, so he needs his wheelchair. Why is that down here, though? Like, what? Well, it's done. So let's do a little mini review here, since we never got to play this at launch. So, I shouldn't say never. We got to play it at launch, we just didn't finish it. So going back and playing it, I'll say I'm glad I did. I'm glad I finally got through it, because I did really enjoy the Surge 2. So I think I kind of owed it to go back and play the original to get through it. But man, not very good. Not very good. But let's talk about it. So I will say, from the idea of like targeting and cutting off specific body parts to farm upgrades for those body parts or do it to earn weapons, that was a really good idea when they implemented it in this game. I think that was a new concept. It was super cool. Really big fan of that. The ducking and dodging, the duck and jump, that was kind of poorly implemented. I don't think there were enough attacks that really justified you using the jump and the duck, which kind of took away from it, and they did address that in the Surge 2 with just the directional parry system, which was much better, I feel. The level layouts, initially they're pretty good. Like, going through the first zone, that's pretty solid, lots of stuff going back and forth. Central Hub, I'm not as big a fan of, because then we start getting into, like, corridors that lead to pipes, and it's kind of eh. Resolve Biolabs, I liked Resolve Biolabs. That was a fun level with the way it was laid out. Doing the whole what was it? The executive forum and the R&D, that area was pretty good. R&D, well, R&D suffered from some of the issues that like we saw here, but not as many. But like the executive forum, the opening area, all that was really good. But, oh, this fucking song again, Jesus Christ. Let me just lower the volume on my headset. The late zone, I mean, I get it's, you know, one giant level, but because of that, we end up just having tunnels and elevators, tunnels and lifts, tunnels and lifts, tunnels and lifts. Everything gets a very samey look to it. They kind of overutilize the, like, oh, is there going to be a bad guy in this lift waiting for you, or is it right after the corner? Like, was not vibing with the final zone whatsoever. I'll also say, I mean, they only had 5 bosses, but the quality of bosses almost went down, to be honest. Like, because Pax is a good first opening boss. You know, hit its legs, stagger it. You can use the missiles to stun it up. And then you have the Firebug, where, you know, you can get in and hit the core, damage it. You gotta avoid certain attacks. Pretty obvious tells. And then you had Big Sister. That one was an interesting boss, because I had to figure out, okay, well, especially going for the thing. If I wasn't going for the thing and I was just gonna destroy the arms, that would have been pretty straightforward. But trying to get the bonus kill on it, that was a little bit trickier. But then we had a dude that summons the first boss again. And that was like a joke. He showed up, I whooped his ass real fast. Now, to be fair, I had, you know, I did the DLC stuff partway through, and we definitely saw a massive power spike from doing that. Like, huge increase to stamina, to energy, to health. Having the extra stamina and energy in particular, that was insane, because it really pulled together the build. But, I mean, we were just smacking him, he summoned a Pax. We bullied the Pax, he came back out, and then we just beat his ass and cut off his hand, and that was it. Which also kind of a cop-out that the boss weapon is just cut off his hand. There's no real, you know, special condition or anything. You just cut off his arm and you get the weapon. In a similar fashion, the final boss is just, you know, you kill it, you get a weapon. If you kill it cutting off the arm, you get a different weapon. Also kind of like, eh. But the final boss, I mean, the first portion of the fight, it had a lot of attacks, and most of them it didn't even use. Like the rocket thing, that was pretty interesting. That would have been cool to dodge if it didn't do massive fucking damage to you. And it seemed very random when he did it, because sometimes he would just do the big leap at me, and you could just run under that. Other times he would get stationary and launch the rockets, which were pretty hard to avoid. But besides that, the only real thing in that threat that was a fight is if he did his spike explosion, which there were times where it one-shot me, and then there were times where it would hit me and it would only do like half my health, and I'm not sure what that was about. It felt very inconsistent in the damage there. And then after you get that down, which, I mean, the first time we almost got it on our third attempt, and I didn't realize I had to run over to the console, and I'm glad I did afterwards, because it's, you know, the game, it doesn't make it very clear, you know, as you're damaging him, you see stuff coming off the console, so that's what kind of made me go, huh, maybe I should check this out. But, like, when you get him for the third time, fucking pan the camera to the console, inform the player, like, yo, go over here, you gotta do something, you're not gonna be able to hurt him. Very simple. And then after that, it just devolves into, you know, a humanoid type opponent. He had the little spin to win thing, well, I guess more like a spiral thing he would do towards me. That was a pretty quick dodge. And before that, I didn't really see his other moves, because I would just slap him. I'd just slap him. He'd like swing around his little swords for a little bit, and then I would just run up and be like, boom, 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 sit down, bitch. Just felt like any other enemy I'd fought. And I think part of that is the fact that single rigged, you end up having a very kind of copy paste play style, you know, my sprint into my heavy attack, into the follow-up heavy attack, into the jumping swing, by far my highest, most damaging, fastest combo with that weapon. Very consistent, gets stagger consistent, and because of that, there wasn't really a whole lot of reason to do anything else. You know, it was just that's what worked. And like, I tried working with the twin rig for a little bit, doing the combos with those, which I was a really big fan of in the Surge 2. But here, it just didn't feel like it had the oomph it needed. And on the other hand, single rigged was just like smack, stagger, you're dead. Smack, 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 cut off your head. Smack, 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 cut off your arm. Like, it steamrolled. It absolutely steamrolled. But yeah, so definitely a little bit of sameness on the tunnels and the lifts, and then some bosses that were pretty disappointing. In terms of enemy variety, it wasn't that bad, but I definitely think it could have been better, given this was their second attempt at a Souls-like. Before this was the OG Lords of the Fallen. I guess they should have some credit for that. But yeah, just a lot of areas that I think were missed opportunities. In particular, I think one of the big things is, you know, Souls games are all about being, you know, challenging but fair. And this game had a gratuitous number of instant kill type stuff. Like the executive forum when I was there and I got popped in the face by rockets and I died. All right, that was kind of funny. I just stood there and let 2 rockets hit me in my face. But there were so many attacks in this game that would instant kill you. And the thing is, like, look at where I was at. I had 2 of the DLC health boosts, and I had the other health boost on. That's insane. I probably had like double, in some cases triple the health of your average player, and shit was still just one-shotting me. Which, that's just, I mean, there's no other way to describe it. It's just disappointing. There's also the weird loot type issues I was having, like that one episode where I went to like upgrade my stuff and I was like, cool, I got enough parts. And then I went and I broke down an item to have parts, and then I went back and I didn't have enough parts. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, shit's just disappearing out of my inventory. We had occasional enemies that would just get frozen up mid-animation. It was surprising to see like glitches like that not patched out after this much time. Usually stuff like that is cleaned up. But so, yeah, I think this game fell right into the, I know it was like a 6 out of 10 around launch, and as much as I hate to say it, I think that's pretty accurate. Combat was fairly one-dimensional with the weapon I picked, but, you know, I wouldn't say it was a bad experience. It's just in the hierarchy of Souls-likes, I would definitely not rank this up there. Like, this is towards the bottom of the list, for sure. Which the Surge 2 is great, which the thing that sucks is this one was such a disappointing experience to so many people. A lot of people didn't play the Surge 2, so... Anyway, if you're interested in the Surge, play the second one. First one it's okay. It's just okay. I think that's the best way to describe it. How was it? It was okay. But anyway, we are going to wrap things up here. Up next, we're going to be jumping into Banishers. which very different, more of a narrative experience, but should be a lot of fun. And then that will take us right up to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So I'm going to wrap things up here. Thanks for coming on by. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the Surge, and I'll catch you soon with a whole new series.